That day is etched in my mind like it just happened. I walked into that upscale cafe downtown, the one with huge glass windows, polished marble tables, and people who come more to be noticed than to enjoy their coffee. Mia was already there, surrounded by her stylish friends, laughing and whispering like they belonged to some exclusive world. I approached with a smile, happy just to see her. She barely glanced at me. When I leaned in to greet her with a kiss on the cheek, she shifted away as if I were an inconvenience. One of her friends asked what I did for work. I opened my mouth to answer, but Mia spoke first, a smirk on her lips. "He tries," she said lightly, "but he's just not on our level." Their laughter followed like knives cloaked in perfume and designer handbags. It wasn't just embarrassing. It broke something deep inside me, something I protected for years. I stood still, stunned. I had supported her through every late-night project, missed meals to make sure she ate, held her up when she doubted herself. And now I was nothing more than a joke at her table. I could have lashed out. I could have shouted. But instead, I simply took a breath, gave her a small nod, and said quietly, "I'll see you later." No scenes, no shouting, just silence. A silence that, if she listened carefully, was me letting her go. That week, I vanished from her life. No phone calls, no messages, nothing. I threw myself into my work, into the tech startup I had been quietly building while she claimed I wasn't doing enough. And then, as if the universe heard my silence, everything changed. A major investor backed our company. A corporate group invited me to lead one of their subsidiaries. Ironically, the same company where Mia's friends worked. I signed the contract. My new title, Executive Director. That Monday, I walked into the building, not as a visitor, but as the one responsible for it all. Riding the elevator to the 12th floor, I looked at my reflection. I didn't see someone trying to prove his worth anymore. I saw someone who knew it. As I stepped into the conference room for the staff meeting, I froze for just a second. Sitting there were Emily and Brooke, Mia's closest friends from the cafe. At first, they didn't recognize me. Then Emily's eyes widened and Brooke whispered, "That's Mia's guy." Except I wasn't hers anymore. I walked to the head of the table, set my documents down, and said, clearly, "Good morning. I'll be your new director. Let's start." The room went silent. No laughter, no arrogance, just respect. They sat upright, opened their laptops, and addressed me with a word I had never expected from them. "Sir." By afternoon, Mia had heard. My phone lit up with messages. First one, then 10, then 20. "Can we talk? Is it true? Why didn't you tell me?" I ignored them. That evening, she came to my apartment. No makeup, hair messy, eyes filled with fear instead of pride. She knocked softly, calling my name like it was fragile. When I opened the door, she just stared at me. "I didn't mean what I said that day," she whispered. "I was stressed. I was just trying to impress them." I looked at her carefully. The girl I loved was gone, replaced by someone who needed applause more than love. "You weren't trying to impress them," I said quietly. "You were trying to embarrass me." Her eyes filled with tears. She reached for my hand, but I stepped back. "Please," she said, voice shaking. "Don't do this. We can fix it." But she didn't understand. This wasn't revenge. This was freedom. "You didn't stand beside me when I had nothing," I replied. "You don't deserve to stand with me now that I have something." The tears finally fell, real, unhidden. No friend to giggle with her, no cafe audience, just reality. The next day at work, Emily and Brooke couldn't meet my eyes. They spoke carefully, respectfully, not out of fear, but out of understanding. I didn't feel smug or triumphant. I felt peaceful, like I had walked out of a burning room I never realized I was trapped in. I didn't ruin their world. I simply stopped letting them ruin mine. Mia still sends long messages sometimes, apologies, voice notes in the middle of the night. I don't hate her. I don't even wish her pain. I just don't feel anything anymore. Love without respect is a slow kind of heartbreak, and I was done bleeding for people who stepped on me to stand taller. I never posted about it, never bragged, never sought revenge. I just worked quietly, built my life, and learned to value myself. And that silence, that success, said everything louder than anger ever could. She once laughed and said I wasn't on their level. She was right. I wasn't. I was already climbing to a place they couldn't even see.